Hi, how you doing, guys? Abdul, Birmingham Uber driver. Now, very important topic today. Birmingham has introduced a thing called MPV. Now, initially, I was going to do a video regarding a serious topic actually, and that topic was apparently there's drivers that are getting thrown out basically of the Uber platform because of the poor ratings. And so what I wanted to do was see what the actual procedure of them, deactivating your Uber platform. And so from a meal I went to previously with Uber, thank you very much. They were saying basically they send you emails and then they give you warnings and call you in and then tell you to improve your system, show you some videos, whatever. And obviously if hasn't improved from then they get rid of you. So it is quite a lengthy procedure for them to actually get rid of you, but obviously it's happening, and I wanted to see what the procedure was. Now, on my previous videos, my rating, I think it was 4.82 or 84, one of them, and so I wanted to bring it down towards getting suspended level, and then go through the interviews and obviously pull it back up again. It shouldn't be a problem. And that was my plan until they introduced this MVP, basically standing for most valuable partners on the Uber platform, in the Birmingham region. And so I just wanted to talk about that actually. So what is done in a nutshell is replace the old recognition system Uber had. Now, you would have remembered that they used to pick 10 people every week and they used to give them money, basically saying, you've been a wonderful drivers. And the criteria for that was basically as simple as you had to complete 40 jobs, and out of that 40, if you were the top rated drivers, you stand a chance of you winning that money. Now, obviously, 40 being the magic figure, the amount of trips, so you do about 40 and 45, which is quite simple if you think of, if you divide 40 into 7 days, and and then go back to working for your local base or whatever you do. Now, what that did, and this is the reason I like this system they've introduced, MVP. What that is, there's people who work in the airport, and which only do 40 jobs, and they're always, you're more or less not guaranteed as such, but you stand a good chance of getting a 5-star from an airport, because firstly, you're never late at them sort of people. Secondly, they're always happy to see you to go somewhere home. And while these drivers are doing these 40 magic 40 numbers, there's me, back end of some Kings Norton or whatever, running late on every job, passengers moaning, saying, oh, I just had a driver that's come in front of my house, he cancelled on me, he charged me £3.50, and and then I'm having to explain everything. And so what I'm saying is I didn't stand that much chance of getting that reward in a way when you do work hard. And it really didn't bother me as such. But what I'm trying to say to you, I didn't really, stand a chance. I mean, to be honest, I don't even know how these guys managed to get 5.0 for the whole week. It's amazing actually. I mean, I know how they've probably done it, but I wouldn't go that low to getting it. Anyway, this MVP. So obviously, to explain this and everything, as on my videos, I try and explain. I need to make sure that I'm more or less capable of getting that, to just give you an insight of what's actually happening and how it should happen. So the new MPV, I just made some notes on there. Let me just go quickly through. They got 4 steps to it basically. You got a bronze step, you got a silver step, you got a gold step, and you got a platinum step as well. And the way they work it is, from my understanding, so I could be wrong, but not very much time, you know, what you do is basically you have to be in the top 10 5-star rated drivers in the whole of Birmingham. Now Birmingham, you're gonna understand now, that includes Walsall, Wolverhampton, Solihull, Birmingham itself, you know, so there's a lot of drivers there. And so you have to be the top 10 first, you know, and then you're not guaranteed yet. No, hold on, you know, then you have to be out of that top 10%. You gotta be, I mean, what I can make out for it is the top 1% out of that top 10% are the ones that have been recognised. Now, the reason I say that 1%, I think, is the ones that's getting recognised is because when I went for the when they gave me the MPV for 1 week, you know, and then he asks you for suggestions just to say what made, you know, you, well, how come you achieved, you know, so high rating, and do you want to share any thoughts with other drivers? Actually, I need to write them on that. I'm just thinking, what should I write? You know what I'm going to say to them? I carry an umbrella with me all the time, and as soon as if it's raining and if I see them coming in the rain, I go out, pull the umbrella up and assist them to my car. I don't actually know that. Yeah. What I'm saying is, right, that's what I'll say, and see if it gets on the plat, because every week you get one of these newsletters and everything, and they say to you, you know, here's what the top MPV drivers, and this is how they get you know, recognized, and we'll go on from there. So basically you got the 4 steps: bronze, silver, gold, platinum. You have to be in the top 10. Out of that top 10, you have to be in the top 1%, I think, and you get recognized as one MPV recognition. To move up the ladder, if you get 5 MPV, is MPV, yeah, MVP recognition, you get 5 of them in a row, not in a row, any week, you know, I mean, you move up to the next step, which is a silver step. You do that 10 times on the silver, you move up to the gold, you do that 15 times on the gold, you know, you move up to the platinum, and once you've done 20 times on the platinum, you've achieved the ultimate gold. And to be honest, I said to them, what do they get? You know, they wouldn't discuss, you know, they just said you have to wait and see, you know. But God, you know something, you know, if you count the figures, 20 weeks, 15 weeks, 10 weeks, 5, that's 50 weeks for you to get the platinum, complete the platinum within 1 year. You more or less have to be the 1% of top drivers for the whole continuous year. You know, obviously 50 weeks, you know, they're not too bad. They're giving you 2 weeks off just in case you mess it up, you know. And you know, once you've done your platinum, you get some sort of reward. You know, God knows what that reward is. I like to know what that reward is. And so this is what the MVP is all about. Just to show you my ratings, because obviously we talk about ratings all the time. You know, we'll show you my ratings. It's 4.8 at the moment. Obviously, when I got MVP recognized, it was at 4.84 you went up to, and obviously then at one stage I went all the way down to 4.6 to do a video about, you know, them getting rid of you, and I might try and venture that a bit more. So you have to do it tactically, you know. I mean, you don't be rude to passengers, obviously. You know, the way I was doing that was basically I just didn't bother talking to them, you know, and it generally went down to 4.6, as I said, and that's a good practice to have. If you just, you know, if you just don't even talk to your passengers, they're giving me a job, you're still likely to still working for them by not even saying anything to the passengers. So just to show you how it is easy, it's not that hard, you know, being an Uber driver, you know, especially if you're going to stick to the system and everything. So anyway, I better go. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll speak to you next time. If there's anything you want to speak to, or if you want me to cover, you know, just mention it and I'll, you know, try and cover it and honestly as I can. Thanks very much, guys. Happy Uber riding. Thank you.